If there's one attribute that makes a real difference in a society, it is the ability of those saddled with the responsibility of leadership to be accountable to the people who elect them to office. Suffice it to say that accountability is indeed the hallmark of quality leadership and responsibility. So let's talk about accountability and leadership in Kogi State, north-central Nigeria, and the recent visit of His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, to the state. In the last 7 years or thereabout, one man has embarked on a voyage to redefine history, redirect the focus of government, and change the dark narratives that left Kogi State disenchanted for decades. Governor Yahaya Bello is a man who is crossing unprecedented hurdles, breaking barriers, and rewriting the Kogi State story in a gold plate with numerous developmental and life-changing projects. And he has invited His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, to see for himself the reality of his stewardship to the people of Kogi State and to formally inaugurate the facilities for public use. Thursday, December the 29th, President Muhammadu Buhari is greeted to a rousing welcome and a military parade as his helicopter touches ground at the Agasa-Junction area of Okene, where the chief host, Governor Yahaya Bello, receives him.
Mr. President, we are celebrating ever since you granted these onerous requests to come and commission few out of thousands of our projects in Kogi State. Kogi State and my people have been celebrating. We say, Nyase, Olale, Ekabo.
Mr. President obviously has a long list of tasks on his slate. School children, National Youth Corps members, and his supporters lined the streets of the ancient town as the president's convoy proceeds to the newly built palace of the Ohinoyi of Ebiraland in Okene for the commissioning of the edifice. It is an architectural masterpiece designed to serve several purposes: uphold the rich culture and tradition of the people of Ebiraland, and unite all traditional rulers in the kingdom.
Please let's settle down. His Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, will soon walk in.
From there, he proceeds to a meeting with traditional rulers and top officials of Kogi State government, where the president and the traditional rulers showered encomiums on Governor Yahaya Bello's giant strides.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm very pleased to be here today to commission several projects executed by the administration of His Excellency, the Governor Yahaya Bello. We are an administration that pride ourselves in the fulfillment of our electoral promises to the Nigerian people at both national and subnational levels. This is why I am glad that we have an impressive array of legacy projects through your own state government and proof of our stewardship of Kogi State. I have been briefed by the governor and his team on the many projects we would have commissioned across the state today. They include the new Confluence University of Science and Technology at Osara, the Confluence Rice Mills at Ejiba, township roads networks at Ida, Okene, and Kaba, and the intrastate roads in the 3 senatorial zones. Massive erosion works at Angpa, Ogugu, and other places, as well as other roads, hostels, schools, and sundry projects. Unfortunately, time does not permit us to visit all these available projects for commissioning. Some of the projects we have visited and inaugurated today: the reference hospital of Okene, which boasts the first ever hyperbaric treatment chamber in Nigeria, a commendable feat, and the fleet of ambulances attached to it. The new Ohinoyi Palace here, which I consider a laudable landmark between our traditional and democratic governance institutions. Other projects to be inaugurated include the Ganaja Junction Flyover and interchange at LOKOJA, which I learned is the first of its kind in the state. The GYYP Model Science Secondary School, Adam Polo, LOKOJA, and the Muhammadu Buhari Square Civic Center at LOKOJA, which I thank the governor and the people of Kogi State for naming after me.
I believe everyone here is happy today based on what is going on presently. The traditional rulers are pleased to host the father of the nation called Nigeria and his leads do more team. Today in Kogi State, and particularly Ebiraland Kingdom, Mr. President, sir, there is an adage in my language which says, meaning the charge song from the hunter to the dog during hunting will make the dog more willing and determined to hunt more for the hunter. We, the entire Kogi, will really appreciate all the helping hand and support the Mr. President have been giving to our able Excellency Governor Yahaya Bello, especially in terms of the Ajakuta project. We believe that very soon, by the special grace of God, the Mr. President will do something in haste to revive the glory of our Ajakuta. We, the entire traditional ruler in Kogi Central, we highly appreciate all the support you have been giving to our able Governor Yahaya Bello, because without you giving him total support, he won't be able to reach where we are today. Mr. President, this is a great stride in a political history of Kogi State, that a sitting president is here visiting Kogi State for the first time since its creation in 1991. The government of Governor Yahaya Bello is indeed a new direction government under the leadership of a record-breaking governor. We welcome you, all the land of peace, tranquility. Enjoy yourself as the celebration continues.
The conversation over, the president's team heads to the new, ultra-modern and world-class reference hospital. Its facilities spread across a large expanse of land. The 300-bed reference hospital stands as a crowning achievement of Governor Yahaya Bello's slate of legacy projects, soon boasting of every modern medical infrastructure possible and the requisite personnel. The Yahaya Bello administration sees the reference hospital as ending Nigeria's medical tourism of other nations and saving an estimated $1.6 billion in the process, while at the same time attracting medical tourists from the West African sub-region and beyond. The core intent, of course, is to provide accessible and affordable health care to state indigents and their fellow Nigerians, with an added view to further reducing maternal mortality rates. The first of its kind in the country. This hyperbaric oxygen chamber will be supplied with oxygen from an oxygen plant that would also cater to other hospitals in other states in Nigeria.
Let it open like this. The door, while I have the patient on the couch, then slide it. Then the head is to be aligned to it's there. Then the patient light will inside. There's a lock down there. Then I have my bed pulled away. Then the lid. This is over 3,000 kilograms. Short. Then my control panel is here to deliver the gas at graduated pressure while the patient is breathing 100% oxygen. What we are breathing here to keep us alive is just 21% with every other gases, but inside is 100% oxygen. And so we have a massive 10-ton tank outside, which is our reservoir of the liquid oxygen. We can't afford to use gaseous oxygen because it means we're going to line thousands of cylinders outside. So it's economically wise for us to get a 10-ton cylinder to store liquid oxygen that we can use for a period of 6 months before we refill. This is general overview of hyperbaric oxygen. This is the first and only on this.
You can image the joints, image the abdomen with excellent contrast. This is cutting edge 2022 technology. Very excellent.
And one of the things that for growth, it makes a lot of noise while people are inside. So recently now they've learned to manufacture some earphones that you can play some music while you're in there so that you're a little bit relaxed.
Yes.
And this utilizes less helium gas than the other ones.
Yes.
The other one's about 2,000, but this is just around 900 or something. So that's some of the.
Let me also mention that it comes with a lot of high maintenance costs. It has to be plugged to electricity, so there must be 24 hours in light. Otherwise, the helium gas can escape, and then it will cost more money to fix that. Yes.
Well, congratulations for getting it here. We have got to missing somewhere.
That's great.
Outside the building, emergency response training kits and ambulances are also unveiled and will be distributed to other newly built and existing hospitals spread across the state. From impressive infrastructure in Okene onto yet another impressive facility in LOKOJA, the state capital. This time, a monument to Governor Yahaya Bello and his administration's unshakable faith in education being the key to an industrially evolved state and federal economy.
Kogi State Government of Nigeria, GYD Model Science Secondary School, Adam Corner. The secondary school was commissioned by me today. Thank you very much.
Admissions had commenced in September 2022 into JSS1 and SS1, and this is the first completed model science secondary school of 3 spread across Kogi's 3 local government areas.
When I was sworn in on 27th of January 2016, we were determined to serve our people. We quickly commissioned professionals from the multidimensional sector to form what we call New Direction Blueprint. From that inception up to date, this particular document, which will be given, a copy will be given to you today, have served as a guide for accelerated development in Kogi State. Mr. President, from that moment and during every of our campaign, we promise to fulfill all the campaign promises. Today, from all the commissions so far and those that you will continue to commission for us, are a promise made and a promise kept. We decided to ensure that the entirety of the people of Kogi State benefit from her resources, financial resources, natural resources, and every other resources that God Almighty abound here in Kogi State. And that is why we are seeing what we are seeing today. Your Excellency, you hit the ground running and you taught me how to be courageous in leadership. You taught me how to bring out my best in leadership. And my people are so interested that your best is ever good enough for them. They are simply wanting me to ensure that I continue to give my best for the people of Kogi State. And that is why I follow you, sir, in ensuring that infrastructure that will last long, that will touch the lives of our people, both presently and in the future, are embarked upon. We have a wonderful cordial relationship with our traditional rulers. The one of its kind reference hospital here in Okene, Ganaja Flyover. In fact, aside Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, that particular flyover is one of its kind in the North Central. You will never find such again anywhere in other states as far as North Central is concerned. Sir, when you return from London, sometimes in 2017, you emphasized education, education, and education. And that education is what will bring the future close to us and make the future brighter. Your Excellency, GYB Model Secondary School in LOKOJA. This secondary school can even be likened to some universities in Africa. And Your Excellency, there are so many more projects.
Another pillar of economic progress is an effective, functional transport infrastructure. And this is especially pertinent in a state bordered by 10 others. Another one of a kind and 2 years in the making. The Ganaja Flyover Bridge will serve to reduce vehicular traffic, even as it connects almost every part of the country.
The state government of Nigeria, Ganaja, thank you very much.
There was also some good news regarding a decades-long hindrance to the industrialization of the state and nation.
Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, the APC administration has indelible footprints in Kogi State. Many projects executed are the Itape to Okene bypass, the Obajana to Kaba concrete road under our Roads for Texas Initiative Executive Order number 7, and the Itape to Wari Railway Service, among others. Kogi State is also playing host to long sections of Nigeria's 614-kilometer AKK gas pipeline, and when it starts operating next year, there will certainly be economic and other multiplier benefits for the people of Kogi State. Furthermore, our administration is also working to reposition Kogi State for her future as an industrial hub. We are passionate about activating its potential as a center of Nigeria's solid minerals, especially iron and steel. No other single project holds the key to unlocking this vast potential as much as Ajakuta Steel Complex, which we inherited as a long moribund complex, strangulating under a tangle of local and international commercial disputes. I am glad to report that we begin to round off in office. We can genuinely say that our administration has rescued Ajakuta from all legal disabilities, and it is now ready for concessioning to a private investor with the right profiles to put it to work for Nigeria in general and Kogi State in particular. The process has cost this federal government over 400 million United States dollars so far, but I consider it money well spent as we move closer to achieving our objective of transforming Kogi State into Nigeria's iron and steel powerhouse.
No doubt, these projects will have direct impact in the lives of residents of Kogi State and others who by chance may have reasons to stop by for business purposes, leisure, and tourism. But the President's visit is not complete without the commissioning of the newly built Muhammadu Buhari Civic Center, which will now serve as a rallying ground for all social and political gatherings and a unifying point for all the tribes and ethnic groups in Kogi State. Large expanse of land is built with taste and class and modeled after the Eagle Square in Abuja. Time marches on. When he was first sworn into office on January 27, 2016, Governor Yahaya Bello presented a blueprint for the new direction in which he and his team proposed to steer the confluent state.
I commend His Excellency Governor Yahaya Bello for rising up to the occasion in many sectors, especially security. We are proud of him. And I encourage the people of Kogi State to continue to support him and his team as they are working hard to ensure peace, security, and development in the state. I thank His Excellency Governor Yahaya Bello and his team and the people of Kogi State for receiving us today and for your home hospitality. Thank you all, and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.
And there is room for more. Still, December 29, 2022 remains historical for a state founded on August 27, 1991. The visit by President Muhammadu Buhari is the first by a sitting president and an endorsement that Kogi State has risen and continues to rise to a leading position among Nigeria's many states, thanks in no small part to visionary and focused leadership and a people who have believed in the promise of greatness.